Today we are looking at Matthew chapter 28. This is so called the resurrection morning. Before we go into that, Matthew chapter 28, let us see the events that are taking place in this morning resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. Number one, the early in the morning, the woman went to the tomb. Why did they went? To anoint Jesus' body, even though they did not know how, because Jesus is in the tomb and there is the tomb is sealed, and how they could get into the tomb. How are they going to get into the tomb to anoint the body of Jesus? There were three women, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome, followed by the other woman who had accompanied Jesus from Galilee. So second says here, when they came, these three women, they found the stone had been removed by an angel. And so here Mary Magdalene, she hurried to tell Peter and John, who ran towards the tomb. So while Mary Magdalene went and she wanted to say that to Peter and John, somebody has rolled away the stone. But meanwhile, Mary, the mother of James, Salome, and then the other women arrived at the tomb, entered it, and saw angel who assured them, says, "Why do you seek the living among the dead? He is risen, he's alive." And they ran from the tomb in fear and joy to inform his disciples. And next thing we know, Peter and John arrived when Mary Magdalene went there. And they entered the tomb and entered and observed that nothing but the grave clothes are there, wrapped up nicely. And they left. But Mary Magdalene, she did not leave. She returned in the tomb and she stood weeping, and Jesus revealed himself to her. Why are you weeping? Who are you seeking? He said, "I'm seeking for the Lord." And the Lord turned around and says, "Mary." She heard that voice. She knew that voice. And all of a sudden, this is where Jesus was first seen by Mary Magdalene. And as other women were on their way to tell the disciples, Jesus appeared to them. And so here we're looking at Matthew chapter 28. Now, verse 1, now after the Sabbath, Sabbath is the sixth day, Sabbath. When Sabbath ends, we are in the first day, begins with the Christian memorial. Now after the Sabbath, the first day of the week began to draw dawn. Mary Magdalene and another Mary came to see the tomb. And behold, there was a great earthquake. For an angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door, and he sat on it. Sat on it. What was his countenance like? It says in verse 3, his countenance was like lightning, but his clothes were as white as snow. And so here, there's guards who are guarding the tomb. In verse 4 says, the guard who were guarding the tomb, and how they put the seal on the tomb. And they saw the angel of the Lord came and broke that seal and rolled that stone away. And the guards shook for the fear of this angel and became as a dead man. They were speechless. They couldn't say anything. They were seeing, but yet they are not able to pick themselves up because of that fear. But the angel answered and said to the woman, "Do not be afraid," because they saw the guards, they felt like dead men, but the women are there, says, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus, who was crucified. You seek him. For that purpose you came. He's not here. He's not here. For he's risen." That's what he said. "Destroy those temple. In 3 days I will raise it up." He was talking about his temple. He died and he was buried, and 3rd day he risen. And so come and see the place where the Lord lay. He's not there. So what did the angel say to the women? "Go quickly and tell his disciples that he's risen from the dead. And indeed, he's going before you in Galilee. There you will see him. Behold, I have told you." So what did the women do? They went out quickly from the tomb with a fear of great joy and ran to bring his disciples the word. And as they went to tell his disciples, behold, Jesus met them, saying, "Rejoice!" So they came and held him by his feet and worshipped him. And Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brethren. Go to the Galilee, and they will see me." So he's risen. He's risen. The question is he risen in your heart? If he's not risen in your heart, then you're just like a dead man, like those soldiers who were guarding the tomb. But he's risen. If he's risen, then he is resurrected in your heart. What does resurrection mean? Dead to the corrupt spirit of the devil, nature, burial to the corrupt nature of the devil, and resurrection to the divine nature of God. That's what Easter is. Do you have the divine nature of God? Only God can give. It's the work of grace that you receive this free gift, not any work that you could boast. Only through grace you receive this salvation, the resurrection, the divine nature of God. It's only by the grace you receive this gift, not by any works that man should boast. Is the Lord risen in your heart today? If not, then you are in danger. Look into that. Thank you.